Well, having a child is one of the most overwhelming experiences we can have. And along with the excitement of the new arrival, 1 in 5 mums and 1 in 10 new dads also experience depression and anxiety.
Well, this week, more than 40 organisations are coming together to offer help and support to parents. And someone who knows what that means firsthand is Skye Matthias. You can tell me if I've mispronounced that, Skye, I'm sorry. And her partner, who suffered the devastating loss of their twins before the joy of welcoming baby Rain into their life. And I'm pretty excited to say we've got Skye and Rain here in the studio with us. Skye, you're a little nervous about coming on live television with a 9-month-old baby, right?
Yes.
What could go wrong?
Oh, nothing at all.
we love little babies on this show. We love animals, we love little babies, we love things that might go wrong.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. Given all that, you've clearly decided you wanted to come on to talk and give a message.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your experience.
Well, my experience, as you've mentioned, I lost my twins, Remy and River, when they were 4 days old. They were born at 23 weeks and 5 days. They lived in the NICU and passed away in there. Which was obviously devastating, world-shattering, just so painful. Obviously, since then I've had Rain, who was almost 9 months old, but it's been a journey, and it's an ongoing journey. You know, like grief, a lot of people has a misconception that it's sort of like the moment your baby dies, or just the weeks preceding, or afterwards. But it's not, grief is all the love that you have to give for your baby. So you're going to grieve for a lifetime. It's definitely, there was a lot of mixed emotions when I was pregnant with Rain. It was very conflicting.
What kind of support was there for you?
Lots of support, actually. I mean, through the hospital itself, I had access to social workers who could link me in with in-house, counselling and psychologists, psychiatrists and such. But in terms of getting support, there's a wide range of networks out there. Sorry.
Do you think would she come to me? Come a little I can't bear it. I can't have a baby in a pram without babies. Skye, you're going to be lucky if you're able to leave here with Rain.
That's right. We're just
because if Nate gets anywhere near her, we'll be wanting to.
There'll be no escape.
Oh, she's so gorgeous. Hello, little Rain.
Look at this. I'll point you so you can see your mum.
There we go. She'll be happy there.
But so why is it so important that all these groups are getting together and
I think
offering some help?
Yeah, to help basically break down the stigma surrounding perinatal mental health conditions. It can be seen as such a shameful and guilty thing. People don't talk about it because they're worried about being judged. They're worried about, the shame that they might carry for feeling the way they do. Obviously, it's really common to experience anxiety, depression, panic. If you have already existing mental health conditions, they can be... they can significantly get worse sort of thing after you have a baby. That's just in general without the loss part of it. But obviously, it's a tough journey, but there is definitely help out there, and I want to let people know they're not alone. That it might feel really isolating. I know that when Remy and River died, I was like, oh my goodness, this doesn't happen to anyone. It's, I feel really isolated, really alone. And then I realised when I sort of linked in with different networks, such as Bears of Hope, Red Nose, SANS, I realised, that's actually
you're not alone.
So common. Yes, you're absolutely not alone. And, I've started my own Instagram page dedicated to Remy and River, and I've connected with so many lost mums and dads through that. And it's just good to speak to someone who actually understands, and that's just, I guess the loss part. But even without having a loss, just obviously going through pregnancy in general is such a life-changing time. And it's such, you've sort of got your old identity, new identity. It's hard to adjust.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, and it's hard enough as it is, and then put into that, experiencing heightened anxiety, depression, all that sort of thing. Then you're like, okay, am I should I be a mum? Like, is this okay? But it doesn't mean, you know, if you
Yeah.
experience any of that, it doesn't mean you don't love your babies. It
No.
doesn't mean any of that, you know. It just means that, you know, I think acknowledging that you need help is half the struggle, really, and then actually getting the help, is honestly, like, probably half the struggle. Once you actually link in with those networks who are there to help and support you, then you're like, oh, you know what? Like I've got, you're like, I've got this. I can, you know, get help and talk to people.
Sky, you are a pro. Thank you so much for coming on and letting everyone know about this.
And there is so much support out there, and it's just great to hear.
Yeah,
that there were people out there to be able to help you.
Yeah.
I am
Help this gorgeous little
reluctantly
girl.
going to have to give you back. I'm sorry. I know. You thought she was going to fuss.
No, not
at all.
Terrific. And thank you so much, because it is a tough subject.
Thank you.
for
Yes, it definitely
You've done
is.
well.
Thank
All right.
you.
See you too.
See ya.
We've got our little baby moment there, wasn't that
gorgeous.
lovely?